Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. So I'm here again today to pop down a card for the day for us from the Faulkner Tarot deck as usual. So I'm just going to have a little shuffle and pop a card down. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we've got happening today. So, of course, we're still in the energy of the kind of the full moon, which we've just had yesterday, which was in Cancer. So, quite emotional time for a lot of us. Kind of get heightened emotions, really disturbed sleep patterns, all sorts of different things when we've got those big old full super moons going on. So things will start to calm down now over the next couple of days as far as that full moon energy is concerned, but it is still hanging around a little bit. And right here in the UK at the moment, we're in the middle of Storm Eleanor, I believe, which is quite a strong storm. Nothing like the hurricanes and stuff that people get in the States, but you know, for us it's quite dramatic. But then, to be honest with you, any little variation in weather for the Brits is quite dramatic. You know, anything a little bit too hot, a little bit too cold, a little bit too wet, a little bit too windy, and the whole world comes to a stop. So that's where we are. I've got to pop down a little card for the day for us, and it is the Two of Wands. So it's interesting because, in contradiction to the full moon energy, which is quite emotional, needing to kind of take a little bit of time, be a little bit peaceful, and the fact that we've got the whole storm thing going on, so a lot of things at the moment are sort of standing still here in the UK. I've got the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands talks about progress, it talks about moving forward, new jobs, new careers. So if you are at the beginning of the year here in January thinking really fed up with the whole work situation that I'm in at the moment, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to get myself the CV up to date and go for it, join the agencies, start to apply, have a look around, see what's about. Brilliant card saying that there's success there for you for doing that. So it's a very active card. It's very progressive. In terms of love readings, it tends to come up when I'm looking at situations that are kind of becoming more serious and committed. It often comes up when proposals of marriage or marriages are happening for me. Doesn't necessarily go that way with everybody who reads the tarot. Different people read different things into the cards, and they're shown different things by their guides. My guide always draws me to the wedding ring when it's about weddings. If it's about work, I'm more drawn to the desk and the computer and the paperwork. If there's a time constraint on something, I'm more drawn to the clock, his watch rather. So yeah, there's loads of different things going on in that card, but in general, it's very progressive. It's a very positive, progressive card that talks about you building on something, making things happen, and kind of making progress into the new year. It also talks about a period of time. Sorry, just having a gulp of my tea. And all the Wands cards tend to refer to weeks. So this can be a period of time of about 2 weeks. So, you know, have a look at your energy over the next couple of weeks. This card is asking you to do that. And, you know, if you need to really put some effort into something, go ahead and do it. If you want to make some progress with something, give it a real good go over the next couple of weeks. This is what the card is saying to us. Let me have a little shuffle of the Oracle cards to go with this. I don't think Merlin's going to be joining us today because I think he is... Yes, nibbling. He's something he shouldn't be nibbling on the table. Okay. So we'll leave him to that today because I think he's otherwise engaged. Too busy to speak to us today, Merlin. Too busy for us. Too busy to join in with the cards today. Too busy? Okay. That's okay. You can have a break. She looks far too busy, as you can see, sound asleep. So here we go with the Oracle cards. I'll have a little look and see what we've got going on with them. Okay, so the Temple Path. The Temple Path is interesting. To me, the way I read this card is it's kind of quite spiritual. I mean, it's obviously it's a temple, so it's going to be quite a spiritual card. It's sort of similar to the Hierophant in some ways, in the tarot. But this is just gorgeous, this card. I love it. It's so peaceful, so tranquil. I really like things like follies and things like that, sort of slightly quirky buildings. You know, you get those follies in big houses that quite often had in their grounds a kind of, you know, like a Greek temple looking thing, or a little kind of hideaway, sort of a folly. And I love that sort of stuff. Really, all that kind of gothic-y sort of imagery and all that sort of stuff. Love all that. And this card reminds me of that. So it's almost like somewhere where you go to have your secret lover's tryst, and just you know, that's romanticizing things a little bit, but it's a fab card. I really love it. And as you can see, it's just really lit with gold energy. So it's all about positivity, creation, abundance, making things happen. But also I feel like it's quite like a sort of safe and secure place. And I think, you know, those sort of follies used to be places where, you know, people would have their secret meetings because they felt safe there. And this is a similar energy. So it talks about safety. It talks about you know, kind of a nice little warm place to go and escape to. The Temple Path is quite often talking about your spiritual path as well. So, you know, don't be afraid to follow your path, the path that you believe is right for you. So this can kind of link quite nicely with this Two of Wands, where we're saying if you're not feeling like you're on the right path now, then now's the time to make a change. You can make a change in that. So it just all depends on this card, what I'm drawn to. It's like I really like the spiral, the path that goes in the spiral. You know, there's kind of like loads of different things going on in that card and all sorts of different meanings for it. But in general, when I'm looking at a card for the day, it tends to be talking about your spiritual path, where you're supposed to be going, where you feel most comfortable, where you feel safe, where you feel secure, and where you're able to achieve what you're here to achieve. So that's the cards for today for us. I'll be back again tomorrow to pop down another couple of cards for us. So in the meantime, have a really good day, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.